My streaming experience on TikTok was not great. I've been streaming for over 5 years and I've streamed on multiple platforms. And TikTok is by far the worst one. Whether it's racist comments, whether it's the fact that the community has like no way of contact or whatnot, there's no support for streamers. And of course, they have a lot of issues. And I'm going to be getting into the pros, I'm going to be getting into the cons. There is a lot wrong with TikTok, and streaming there should definitely not be your first place to stream at. There are plenty of other places to stream at. So obviously, of course, in this video, I want to be showing you guys the pros and cons of TikTok, why other platforms are better, what's wrong, why people don't like to stream on TikTok, because I personally feel that there is way better platforms out there compared to TikTok. So by all means, of course, let's jump into it. TikTok is a very big platform, and it's all about clips. In terms of streaming, of course, there's a plenty of issues. The problem is everybody wants quick content. Because people want quick content and they're just scrolling through random streams, they're just going to keep going and none of them will get recommended. Most of the biggest content creators on TikTok do not stream there. Another thing, TikTok streams do not get put out there after they're done. On YouTube and Twitch, it'll show up as a VOD or it'll still be uploaded. Where on TikTok, it's hidden away, no one can watch it. So there's really no way for big exposure. So TikTok streaming really sucks because of that. Of course, their live service and streaming service sucks it does suck in my opinion. And I've had issues with their app, their live streaming app. Of course, I'm someone who multi-streams. If you didn't know, I do multi-stream. I'm mainly on YouTube and I will be moving to another platform. I'll get into that shortly. But I've noticed that, trying to read the chat and stuff like that has been a pain because whenever I open up my streams, the chat just never loads. I've also never seen my streams on mobile. I've never been able to watch my stream on my own mobile phone, even though I stream on a computer. It just never loads. So there's definitely some bugs here. Chat does take a while. Sometimes I don't see chat in the studio. Sometimes I see it on my laptop. Some comments are just filtered without saying. There's a lot wrong. There's a lot of community guidelines, definitely a lot of strictness on TikTok, and that's not really an issue, but the toxicness is unbearable. I've dealt with racist comments. I've dealt with a lot of trolls, people that were blasting copyright music on purpose. I've dealt with so much negativity, and on top of that, of course, I've always seen messages saying this user is gone, etc., etc. And I've even had people from TikTok actually remove people from my stream because they were saying a lot of racist and negative things. So overall, of course, I've dealt with a lot on TikTok and I've never dealt with it on Twitch. So unbelievable, right? Because you would think Twitch is rough. TikTok is far worse. And other reasons why people don't like TikTok is because gaming with the people, a lot of them are trolling and a lot of them just don't care. People don't support. There's really no community whatsoever on TikTok. I just don't think there's really much of a community or a really good way to connect with your community. Streaming there, not great. The pros of TikTok is simply making quick content, clips, 0 to 15 seconds, and that's really about it. That's what TikTok is really for. So that's the pros of TikTok. Other than that, of course, other platforms are doing very good. Twitch, or for example, Kick, I should say, has hit 2.5 million last month viewers. That's insane. Averaging 800,000. Those are big numbers. Twitch, Kick is rising. Twitch, on the other hand, is different. So Twitch has maintained a massive number around 2 to 3 million for quite a while. As of now, it's starting to look on the decline. Kick is rising. Twitch is still strong. So as you can see, there's definitely other platforms that are thriving. Where TikTok doesn't have much. There isn't much stats And overall, I think TikTok has just a lot of issues in general. So, it's really hard to tell how many people are streaming a category, how many people are streaming, or all that good stuff. There's really not much in to see. So because of that, of course, TikTok is really hard. It's hard to measure which streamer is doing good, how big a stream is, etc., etc. TikTok is just very bad. So in my opinion, of course, I don't think TikTok is a great place to stream, and I'm personally just not going to be streaming there anymore due to just how toxic it is and just how much nonsense I've dealt with the past year. And don't get me wrong, I have had my best stream on TikTok, hitting 330 viewers at once, averaging who knows what I averaged that stream, 100 something. That's insane to average that. That's crazy for a several hour stream, you know? Right over 5,000 likes. We probably had over 1,000 people, thousands tuning in. But we averaged, a good 150, 200 throughout the stream. That's insane. So I've had crazy stuff like that, but I just think the numbers are nowhere near there, and I just think what most people are getting these days, it's not the same. I think there's less people streaming, less people playing, etc., etc. So TikTok has truly changed, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. I've been through so much, and I definitely want to keep streaming, and that's why I'm going to be going to Kick as my second platform. I will main YouTube forever. I don't see that ever changing. YouTube will always be the platform. But I do want to try Kick, and I will update you guys on how that goes. So by all means, of course, I'm going to be um, trying out Kick, and we're going to see how it goes. And I already do have the account set up. But if you're on YouTube, I recommend staying. If you want to drop a follow, it's super supportive. The name is Joe Poseidon. You guys can check it out. It has 0 following, and you'll pretty much know it's me because of my profile picture. But by all means, of course, I'm going to Kick. That's the big announcement. I'll still be uploading content on TikTok. I'll just not be putting that much energy into it, and I will no longer be streaming. And overall, I don't think you guys should consider streaming there as a first platform. Kick, YouTube, and Twitch, on my opinion, have more opportunity for growth. And I know Kick is going to keep going and going and growing as it is, so it would just be great to probably consider going to those three. So hopefully that kind of gives you guys some tips not to stream on TikTok, and overall, of course, you pretty much see my experience, and hopefully you learned something. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll by all means hope you like the haircut. I'll see you all next time.